ever landed on a startup's website and it just clicks, while others feel completely flat? Well, we're going to break down an expert design teardown of 5 real startup sites to figure out what works, what doesn't, and why it matters so much.
But first, let's start with a really important question. Is your website losing you customers before they even have a chance to figure out what you do? It's the front door to your entire business, right? But for way too many startups, that door is accidentally locked shut.
So what happens when a top designer, and we're talking about Jorn van Dyke, the CEO of Framer, sits down and reveals the biggest mistakes these startups are making? We're about to find out. And more importantly, we're going to pull out the core principles that you can use on your own site, starting right now.
All right, principle number 1. And honestly, this might be the most critical one of all. It's simple. Stop telling people about your product with vague promises and start showing them the real deal. This chart right here, it basically says it all. So the review pointed to this one site, Lumari, which was full of these abstract icons. Sure, it looks slick, but the first thing the expert thought was, wait, is this product even real? That's the problem, right? Instead of just marketing buzzwords, you got to show some actual tangible proof. Think screenshots, video walkthroughs, anything that builds that instant trust. And yeah, this quote from the reviewer just hits the nail on the head. I mean, think about it. Why would anyone commit their time to booking a demo if they have absolutely no idea what they're getting into? You got to give them a little taste first. Okay, let's move on to the next one, animation. Look, animation can be an amazing tool, but man, is it easy to mess up. And when it's done poorly, it's not just useless, it actively confuses people and just creates a bunch of noise. So the number 1 rule is really simple. Every single thing that moves on your page has to have a clear job, a clear purpose. If you can't immediately say why something is flying across the screen, then it probably shouldn't be there at all. So according to the designer, there are really only 2 good reasons to use animation. That's it. Just 2. First, you can use it to draw someone's eye to something important, like a big sign up button. And second, you can use it to explain how something works, making it so obvious that nobody could possibly get it wrong. And the teardown gave us some perfect good versus bad examples here. On the good side, there was this site, Leaping AI. They used this simple pulsing glow on their demo button. Super effective, right? It draws your eye right to it. But then you had Lumari again, with these company logos just whipping by so fast you couldn't even read them. It didn't build trust, it just made you anxious. So the lesson is crystal clear. Purposeful animation is your guide, but chaotic animation just overwhelms your user. All right, principle number 3. This is a huge one. It all comes down to friction and trust. Basically, how do you remove all the roadblocks that stop someone from even trying your product and, believing in what you say you can do? Look, your whole website really only has one main job. Get the user to what we call their aha moment as quickly as you possibly can. That's that magic instant where the light bulb goes off and they finally get why your product is so great. And you can see the difference right here. On one side, you've got high friction. This is like forcing someone to sign up or book a demo before they've seen anything of value. One of the sites, Allegially, did this, and it's basically like putting up a giant wall. On the other side, you've got low friction. The reviewer absolutely loved that Leaping AI let you try their voice AI right there in the browser. No sign up, no nothing. It's all about inviting people in, not locking them out. Now, a huge piece of this trust puzzle is social proof. And one of the sites they looked at, Juicebox, absolutely nailed it. They had logos from cool modern companies that people in the industry actually recognize, like Perplexity and Cursor. The message that sends is immediate. Hey, the smart, cool kids are already using this. And that is just incredibly powerful. And then there's the other side of the coin, the bad examples. One site, The Hog, had these testimonials with no company names attached. And the weirdest part? This bizarre capitalization where every single word started with a capital letter. I mean, the reviewer's reaction was spot on. Real humans don't write like that. It just screams fake. And the second you lose that trust, your potential customer is gone. Forever.
Okay, we're on to our final principle. And this one is about something that's so easy to overlook. You might think the small mistakes don't matter, but they do. They subconsciously tell a story to your visitors about your company's quality and your attention to detail.
That same site, The Hog, was a perfect case study for this. The designer was pointing out all these tiny things. Inconsistent fonts, weird spacing between words, a period with a space before it. He even found a UI element that looked like one button, but was actually 2 different things.
See, these aren't just little typos. They're bright, flashing signals that show a lack of care.
And this quote really gets to the heart of it. The reviewer basically said, "When I see this, my takeaway is that whoever is behind this is not detail-oriented." And that's the killer, right? If your website, your front door is messy and full of mistakes, people will just assume your product is too. It makes them wonder if you even have what it takes to build something truly great. So after tearing down all 5 of those websites, what are the big takeaways? What did we learn? Let's wrap this all up and turn these principles into a simple checklist you can use to make your own site better.
All right, here it is, your high conversion checklist. Number 1, show your product in action. Don't just talk about it. 2, make sure every single animation has a clear and obvious purpose. 3, get rid of the friction. Make it super easy for people to get to that aha moment. 4, use social proof that's actually credible and specific. And last but not least, number 5, sweat the small stuff. Those little design details, they matter. They signal quality.
Honestly, even if you just apply one of these lessons, it could make a huge difference in how customers see your company. So go take a hard look at your own site right now and ask yourself, what's the first thing you're going to fix?